proudly present to you Nomads Open Mic. Hello. Non, mais j'ai préparé ça, mais vous êtes là. Moi je suis là. Vous êtes là. Allez. Beaucoup mieux. Ceux qui ont payé, criez. Matia, combien ils ont payé? Bienvenue, welcome ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ricky the Fox. I will be your host here tonight. And for those who are here, take your phones out. If you have a Nokia, keep it in your pocket. If you have Motorola, please don't talk about it. If you have a Samsung, c'est pas ça. But if you have an iPhone, put it in the air. Listen. Okay, ceux qui ont les Samsung, mettez-en là. Bande de cheap people. C'est que les Samsung vous pouvez acheter. Il y a les iPhones. Les iPhones qu'on utilise avec les vous utilisez les Samsung. Samsung, il fait quoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Hein, Galaxy? Arrête. Il faut être à la mode. Hein. On est à l'année 2025. Vous avez toujours les Samsung? Arrête. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, où sont les parents? Les parents, est-ce que les parents sont présents? Est-ce que les parents sont là? Est-ce que les mamans sont là? Est-ce que les papas travaillent? Bien sûr. Quelqu'un doit payer, hein? Bon, bienvenue mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome, the sun is going down, so we are going to turn up the heat. But before we get to turning up the heat and bringing on future superstars, I would like you guys to put your hands together for the masterminds behind all of this. Ladies and gentlemen, the name Coffee and Soda Biscuit says a lot. Meaning, you have to stay up late to think on great ideas. So you drink coffee. Think about it. And then, your belly gonna be balling, so you need something, but you can't eat too heavy late at night, so you eat soda biscuit. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to put your hands together for the mastermind behind, one of the masterminds behind all of what we are seeing here tonight. It is starting off like this, but it's gonna get bigger and bigger. Trust me, we won't have enough space. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, je vous demande d'applaudir très fort pour Sabrina Sabrina.
Thank you, Ricky the Fox. You think I should go and joke about when you used to be small and boy firecrackers when we took?
Your mother there? She could also confess and tell the people that when we were small, she had said that I was supposed to marry you.
I remember that, she told me so. I still say no, just like, oh, you married, sorry. Scrap that one, iPhones, please. Not the Samsung, Good evening, everyone. Good evening, families. I'm not going to say ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say families. It is such a pleasure to be here this evening. Thank you all for believing in this first edition of the Nomads Kids Edition Open Mic segment. I really would like to give a great big round of applause to the whole entire team of the media. The whole entire team of the Médiathèque represented it all in orange and fluid green, excuse me, fluid green. You can recognize them. I know Madame Lindsay, she's right there hiding, I don't know why. I would have loved to have her here this afternoon, but I really want to big up the Médiathèque. Now everybody know what this Médiathèque is. I hope I see that video. What I thought about that video was it was clear and everything. So I don't know where is the Médiathèque de Concordia. The Médiathèque exists. So come and sign up your kids so they could come. I guess the team from Médiathèque will be able to elaborate more on the opening hours and what options are open to you. Once again, I would also like to thank the Pays Scolaire, CTOS, and la collectivité for also believing in this project, preparing the children for what they are about to display this evening. So please, give them all the round of applause possible. Give them a round of applause. This is a lot of challenge for them. This is practice. This is giving them posture, poise, in order to face you, the crowd, this evening. So give them a round of applause. We have very special guests for you also in poetry and in song. All these people, please give them a round of applause when you see them. And you have to enjoy the last segment, which is an open mic segment. So for the children who are not part of the Pays Scolaire Act, we're giving you the opportunity to have the mic. Take the mic, express yourself. You can sing a cowboy low now if I want. You can sing what popular songs these days. You say, that one, a carnival song if you want, whatever. It rocks your world, kids. After the presentations of the school, you can take the mic. The mic is all yours. Once again, thank you very much for being here. I thank the Médiathèque. I thank the CTOS, Pays Scolaire, and la collectivité de Saint-Martin for having this come true. And we could only travel better if you all follow us wherever we go for our next segment together with the Médiathèque and all our partners. Thank you very much and enjoy the show.
Good evening. As Sabrina was saying a while ago, I am from the library stand, so I just have a few words to say, and they go this way. Ladies and gentlemen, dear children, good evening. It is with great pleasure we welcome you to the youth section of the public library. Given the small size of the premises, we thought it would be a good idea to use the outside area for the open mic Nomad. This event is the fruit of collaboration between the Coffee and Soda Biscuits Association and the Public Library Youth Section. It is an opportunity for young people to showcase the talents through song, dance, and poetry. I hope you enjoy the show and thank you for coming.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I like to be fair. I speak a little French. We speak English, but I gotta speak to all my Spanish people, man. Pero I tell you, long time. Buenas noches la gente español, pero sí, yo he venido aquí. Yo soy el hombre más fuerte. Me llamo Ricky el Fox. ¿Cómo dice el Fox en español? Zorro. What's my name, man? Zorro. Por favor, repítale, por favor. ¿Cuál es mi nombre? Arriba, arriba. I know immigration coming for you soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we introduce our stars that are about to shine, they need to know that they are welcome here on the stage. Some of them are very talented, or all of them are very talented, but most of them are a little shy. Now, in order for them to give you their best,
you guys gotta step up to the plate. You guys gotta make some noise.
See why I change my voice?
You guys, we are counting on you. Anybody here from Elvin Williams? Anybody here from Amelie Lena? Je vois que Amelie Lena a des Indiens. Anybody here from Amy Choisy? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for these young, talented ladies. These ladies are the children of Beyonce, Rihanna, and of course, Alison Hines. Please put your hands together for the kids representing Elvin Williams.
Under the weather, you just make me feel sweet. I stick cocoa tea, you stick sugar, and together we are complete, darling. Keep it up, only you alone can put fire back in the soul. Keep it up, I'm not telling you, should leave that fire alone. But the more they tell me, the more I'm holding you close. I could never let you go. Miss how she did. Girl, I'm coming home, I will see you again. All day through the night I'm dreaming. Yeah, miss how she did. When you turn it up, make it smooth like darling. When outside is pouring rain, with a hot on the fire, bubbling, you're bubbling, you're bubbling, it's over. Raise the temperature higher, bubbling, you're bubbling, you're bubbling closer. Make the thing catch a fire. It's all on the ground, all over the counter. With a hot on the fire, yeah. It's your togetherness. I barely could concentrate. I feel a sugar rush in my vein. One cup it does make my day. I'm missing it when I'm gonna love for you. Heat me up. Only you alone can be fire back in the soul. Heat me up. Girl, you are that thing I could never leave you alone. Oh. And no matter what they can say, I'm holding you close. I could never let you go. Miss how she did. Girl, I'm coming home, I will see you again. All day through the night I'm dreaming. Yeah, miss how she did. When you turn it up, make it smooth like darling. When outside is pouring rain, put a pot on the fire. Bubbling, you're bubbling, you're bubbling, it's over. Raise the temperature higher. Bubbling, you're bubbling, you're bubbling closer. Make the thing get your fire. It's all on the ground, all over the counter. When you put on the fire, it's your togetherness. When I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel sweet. I stick cocoa tea, you stick sugar, and together we are complete. Darling, keep me up. Only you alone can put fire back in the soul. Keep me up. And they telling me I should leave that fire alone. But the more they tell me, the more I'm holding you close. I could never let you go. Miss how she did. Girl, I'm coming home, I will see you again. All day through the night I'm dreaming. Yeah, miss how she did. When you turn it up, make it smooth like darling. When outside is pouring rain, so put a pot on the fire. Bubbling, you're bubbling, you're bubbling, it's over. Raise the temperature higher. Bubbling, you're bubbling, you're bubbling closer. Make the thing get your fire. It's all on the ground, all over the counter. When I put on the fire, yeah. It's your togetherness. When I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel sweet. I stick cocoa tea, you stick sugar, and together we are complete, darling.
C'est pas facile. Plus fort que ça. Attends, ta maman, elle est où? Elle est pas là, papa est là? Ta maman, elle est là? Elle est où? Elle est où? Maman, viens voir. La maman, elle est où? Elle est pas là? Ok, on applaudit la maman, ils ont dit que quelle mère, quelle fille. Montre-moi les pattes parce qu'elle vient de là. Elle m'a dit que c'est toi qui lui as pris les pattes. Vas-y, 1, 2, 3. And you're feeling under the weather. You don't make me be sweet. As the cocotti is the sugar. And together we are. Tu sais qu'ils vont mettre ça sur Facebook, hein? Tu vas voir ta maman sur Facebook. On applaudit encore une fois, mesdames et messieurs, les élèves de Lindsay. Oui. Allez, plus fort. Merci. Take a bow. Yes, sir. Thank you, ladies. You done? Bravo. And if you notice, now they're walking up. The children are in good hands. Yes, sir. Those who are carrying the children, give them a round of applause, please. You cannot forget our sitters. Yes. They are the one who are after school in charge of your children, making sure that your children are being occupied. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we are about to welcome from the United States of Emil Schrazzi. Put your Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady is super dynamic. She got movements that would move you. Her legs can go this high. She can do, you know what? Let her show you. Ladies and gentlemen, give her a round of applause. Plus fort que ça. Encore une fois. On y va.
Adia Nakamura, qui va faire justement le train du nom de cette langue française qui vit d'Aya Nakamura au formidable de Charles Aznavour.
Là j'ai pas le time pour toi, c'est pas fort, là tu fais trop d'efforts. C'est pas là, c'est pour les mecs comme ça. T'as pour des pipettes, ça va claquer. Pour des pipettes, ça va claquer, crack. Pour les bombes, ça va grave crack. J'crois que c'est leur ding dong. Je ferais mieux d'aller choisir mon vocabulaire pour te plaire. Dans la langue de mon lieu, c'est ton dos, tes vies adorables. Tu n'as pas compris, tant pis, ne t'en fais pas, il vient dans mes bras, darling. Love, darling, I want you. Et puis le reste, on s'en fout, you're so one for me, for me, for me, for me, love. J'suis gang, boy, ne joue pas bang, bang, bang. J'suis gang, boy, ne joue pas bang, bang, bang. Oh, dja dja, y'a pas moyen, dja dja. J'suis pas ta cata, dja dja, en katana, baby, tu l'es ça. Oh, dja dja, y'a pas moyen, dja dja. J'suis pas ta cata, dja dja, en katana, baby, tu l'es ça. Tu passes sur moi, y'a elle, on crache encore, y'a elle. Tu voulais m'avoir, tu savais pas comment faire. Comme tu jouais un rôle, j'ai fini là où tu fais. Putain, mais tu rigoles, c'est pas comme ça qu'on fait les choses. C'est pas comme ça qu'on fait les choses. Oh, dja dja, y'a pas moyen, dja dja. J'suis pas ta cata, dja dja, en katana, baby, tu l'es ça. Oh, dja dja, y'a pas moyen, dja dja. J'suis pas ta cata, dja dja, en katana, baby, tu l'es ça.
Ça continue, on y va. Bravo, bravo. Tu t'appelles comment? Océane. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, vous faites quoi là? Océane! Oh, Jaja, oh mon Jaja. Yes, I. Ladies and gentlemen, if anybody can tell me how do you say Smurfette in French? Smurfette. Comment on dit Smurf? Vous connaissez les Smurfs? Comment? Smurfette. 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 La 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 la, elle est là, elle est là, la 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 la. Oui. Et moi je suis qui? Papa. Papa Smurf. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, ça continue, on continue, and we want to send a shout out to those of you who are brave enough to wear sunshades at night. You're looking nice. Sunglasses late at night. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, on continue avec l'école Marie Amélie.
We've been waiting, anticipating. I feel feel the rush, I feel the fight, it's so amazing. Oh, what a feeling, this is the season. Pure vibes, pure memories creating in my soul. When the people gather round and the DJ play my song, say when we on the road, it's full of energy, so sing this song with me. Travel on the road, cause we out there, we out there, we out there. It's so much back and I go stand, cause we out there, we out there, we out there. So let me see you wave your flags, cause we out there, we out there, we out there. And we ain't leaving this job, we ain't leaving this job, we ain't leaving this job until the jam do done, the jam do done, the jam do done, the jam do done, until the jam do done, the jam do done, the jam do done, the jam do done, until the jam do done. See the people getting about so the jam can. See the people drink their rum and tell the sun come. Watch the people raise their flags and tell the truck come. So much smiles and it is some carnival camp. Killer.
What you saying?
You see my flag, know where me from. The black eyes, you will take it on the job. And when we reach, your party done. Real jam, never quit for shining down. You will show them. What we do, mash up at it. What we do, that's what we do. Someone do that. What we do, ignorant. What we do, mash up at it. What we do, rip on dance. What we do, someone do that. What we do, ignorant. Shake up at it. Rip up at it. Nasty, mash up. Nothing gonna take your head. Shake up at it. Rip up at it. Nasty, mash up. Nothing gonna take your head. Uptown set, we don't care what kind of set. Whatever it takes inside your party, you know something you think that my people time. We don't care, no team us inside the here. Let us over here to give us this and what dream you count.
It's fire breathing, jump up now, we don't pretend. Heads on over the ceiling, get the key and feel it. After we see this back up, that's what's coming shot. Sipping from a calabash, head on head, mash up my head.
What we do, mash up at it. What we do, rip on dance. What we do, someone do that. What we do, ignorant. What we do, mash up at it. What we do, rip on dance. What we do, someone do that. What we do, ignorant. Shake up at it. Rip up at it. Nasty, mash up.
Nothing gonna take your head.
Shake up at it. Rip up at it. Nasty, mash up.
This is no holiday at home. When I push it right back, when my body lift me up and take it like a fight. This is nasty, mash up. After we see this back up, turn this is something else.
This is no holiday at scandal. We come for the scandal.
Mama, energy. Un applaudit encore une fois. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, what school were they representing? Put those three initials together. What is it? Man. Hey, you know what? What we gonna do now? What we gonna do? I counted on you. We're gonna start from you. When I point at you, we're gonna go all the way around and we're gonna do a wave. So everybody gotta get up and wave. Folks, this wave has never been done on this street before. This is the first time this wave has been done on this street. Don't disappoint me. You ready? 100 more. Get it, wave. What the people do? Okay, folks, before we get into the next segment, all the parents, if you have a kid that has talent, whether it's singing, dancing, or reciting, we have an inscription on the inside. Send your kids, bring your kids, sign them up so we can know. Oh, wait. How many kids will be singing, dancing, doing what? This is open mic tonight. You will shine. We will discover diamonds here tonight. Anybody here know CPR? Anybody know CPR? Last time I asked for somebody to give me CPR, you wouldn't believe what happened to me.
That is old lady without her false teeth in her mouth. And she will give me mouth to mouth. I wake up one time, I got like a dribble. Take it. I'm going to take it. Hey, all right, folks. We are getting ready now to move on to our next segment. Are you having fun? Est-ce que ça passe? Ça passe? Ok, si ça passe, vraiment si ça passe, tout le monde ici, tout le monde, je parle de vous, peut-être vous, mais vous aussi. Ouais, vous allez me donner 55 €. Si ça passe. Vraiment. Ça passe pas. Ça passe plus, hein? Ça passe. Yes, I. Donc, mesdames et messieurs, nous avons notre star, Monsieur Nathan. Mesdames et messieurs, Nathan, il ressemble vraiment à Bruno Mars. Ouais. Et je crois, je ne sais pas, mais je crois qu'il est le fils de quelqu'un qui connaît Bruno Mars. Ça c'est sûr. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, please put your hands together and make some noise and welcome Nathan. Yes, I.
Bonjour tout le monde. Je me présente, je suis Nathan. J'aime bien chanter. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous chanter une chanson de Bruno Mars. My share price for that white gold. This one for them good girls to masterpiece. Riding, living in a city. With that truck song, we stand one. Gotta kiss myself. Fireman, too hot. Too hot. They say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. Girls say hallelujah. Girls say hallelujah. Girls say hallelujah. Yes, I'm done, come give it to you. Yes, I'm done, come give it to you. Yes, I'm done, come give it to you. Saturday night, we're out in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, stop. Say my person, some liquor in it. Take a sip, sign a check. Ooh, yeah, get a shit. Right to Harlem Road, Jackson, Mississippi. We got a church song with San Juan. Gotta kiss myself, so city. Too hot, yeah. Police and the fireman. Too hot, yeah. Make a dragon run, retirement. Too hot, yeah. You say my name, you know who I am. Too hot, yeah. And you bound by the money. Girls say hallelujah. Girls say hallelujah. Girls say hallelujah. Cause I'm done for, gon' give it to you. Cause I'm done for, gon' give it to you. Cause I'm done for, gon' give it to you. Saturday night is out in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, stop. Merci tout le monde.
Don't believe me, just.
Ouais.
Don't believe me, just. You didn't believe me, hein? Now look, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, encore une fois, Nathan le géant. Ouais. Nathan le géant. J'ai changé et j'ai trouvé. Il s'appelle comment? Comment? Yes, I. N'est-ce pas, maman?
Comment il fait? Yes, I. Encore une fois, on applaudit Nathan le géant. Ça commence bien. Hein? Wow. Yeah, this guy is good, man. He's good. Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nathan just started off the singing section. Now that means that you are about to see or hear some singing from these youngsters. Heavens to Megadroid, Snagglepuss, Exit, Stage. See, a lot of you too young, you don't know what Snagglepuss is. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together now for these stars coming all the way from the school. With the bass put out backing them 110%. Give it a ball. The school.
Au milieu. Le bleu du ciel n'est pas le bleu de la mer. Ce bleu que moi je préfère, sans même savoir pourquoi. J'aimerais tant laisser fidèle à ma terre, oublier le mal. J'ai essayé tant de fois. Je me dirai, je ne partirai pas. Chacun de mes gestes, chacun de mes pas. Voir mes sans cesse me réveiller troublé dans ces bleus lumières.
Thank you. Wow. I said wow. Yeah, man. Voice of angels. Voice of angels. Mamma mia.
Frère Jacques, dormez-vous.
mistake. They translate. How do you say Jacques in English? How do you say Jack in English? Comment on dit Jacques en anglais? C'est faux. John. Ouais, oui, John. Chante en anglais maintenant. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, brother? C'est fini. C'est pas Jacques, c'est John. Pourquoi il dit John? Arrête. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise and welcome to the stage the school represented by their school children. Please put your hands together. On applaudit très fort, mesdames et messieurs, pour Émile Choisy. La star.
Elle est tout seule, hein?
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. One night in beautiful city, I just to be happy. You were not, you were not, like a diamond in the sky. You shooting star, I see. I'm shining with the sea. When you hold me, I'm alive. Well, a diamond
continue. Merci, bye-bye. Folks, now, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence she chose to sing a song, Shine Bright Like a Diamond, in? Ladies and gentlemen, what is her name? A what? The lune, shining brighter than the diamond in the sky. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the shining star, rising star, shooting star, or should I say, superstar, Luna, the star. Yes! Super. Belle voix. Nice, I love it. You love it? Where's my chips? Give me a chips. Allez, s'il te plaît. Faut partager, hein? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on continue avec l'école Marie, Amélie, Lady. Allez-y, on y va. Let's go, let me go. Can you do a little more?
Maman, regardez ça.
Hey, hello! Merci, thank you for standing up for our national song. Thank you very much. Those kids are very patriotic, and so are you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we go further on, what we got? Talk to me. All right, anybody here wants a lollipop? Lollipop, who wants a lollipop? Lollipop, I've got your lollipop back in there. Yes. So les enfants, nous avons des sucettes pour vous, si vous voulez. Donc, parce qu'ils vont... Vous allez alignez-vous ici et ici. Est-ce que je peux chanter une chanson pour vous? Can I sing a song? While we're giving out lollipop, I would like to sing a song, a nice song for the people. Give it to me there, please. Turn up the music. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, allow me to sing a song for you. No, this one. Yeah, very much. Thank you. I see trees green, red roses too. I see them blue for me and I dig favorite night, and I did to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow are so pretty in the sky. All also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I did to myself, hey, what a wonderful world. Yes, I did to myself, what a wonderful world. Merci, thank you. My cheeks are red. I just can't show you my cheeks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're making sure every kid gets a lollipop that wants a lollipop. If you haven't gotten a lollipop, we still got 1 or 2 more remaining. But if you want a lollipop, you have to be between the age of 3 to 17. On the balloons! 8, 6, 7. Yes, we just dropped it. All right. We're making sure every child gets a lollipop. Don't forget, we still got time for you to sign up for those of you that want to sing, dance, or recite. Sidonie, you want to sing? Sidonie. Huh? Sidonie, we're going to sing in church. We used to sing in church. Yes, so that's the middle daughter, granddaughter, that is. What we got? We good? Tonight we are unleashing the fun. We will have an open mic where everybody that signed up will have a chance to shine bright like a diamond. All right, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, a young lady who does her own thing. A young poet. Where is she? Where is my friend? Ladies and gentlemen, she's like a magician. She will appear when you guys make noise. On applaudit très fort, mesdames et messieurs, pour la star, Lindsay! She just disappeared. She will reappear, but she was just here. Now she's not there. Please tell me where did Lindsay go? Okay, well, I gonna do a poesy then. You want me to do a poesy? I gonna do one. Roses are red, violets are blue. I stopped in my bed when I was 22. Now I would like to know, what about you? Do you still be a man, or can you tie your shoe? Ladies and gentlemen, you play out too late, you might catch the flu. And then the doctor will have to come and give an injection to you. I could tell you more things than you can know. I have learned and I've learned and I'm ready to put on a show. Like that guy right there, the one right there, the guy standing without any hair. I remember when he had a full head. No, the boy is a bald head. Look at him, he don't even know what I'm talking about him. So him a lollipop acting all slim, pulling in his belly. They just out there. I remember when he had hair. Yes, he gonna see this on the tape later on and didn't know that I know him before he was born. Ouais, je peux dire des choses que tu ne connais pas. Mais ça, c'est quelque chose que je ne ferai pas. Oui, merci. Non, t'as bien. Merci. Merci. Elle est là. Ladies and gentlemen, please, je vous demande d'applaudir très fort. Please put your hands together. Make some noise for this lady. She's got words that are sharp like a knife, but they are direct. She might even change your life. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, je vous demande d'applaudir très fort. Put your hands together for none other than Lindsay.
Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Et les enfants. J'avais prévu une poésie spéciale, mais comme vous avez vu, le thème il a changé, ou c'est peut-être moi qui a changé, mais quelque chose a changé. Alors, on va commencer comme ça. Lorsque j'étais petit, je voulais être grande. Je voulais m'amuser avec des gens plus âgés, porter des vêtements plus grands pour paraître plus méchant. Et quand j'ai grandi, en devenant adolescente, j'ai compris que la vie était aussi simple. Jolie de l'extérieur et encore plus beau à l'extérieur. Je voyais des hommes dehors boire des bières. Moi, j'attrapais la fièvre, à jouer au football avec des pierres. Et lorsqu'on y réfléchit, quand on est enfant, c'est la plus belle chose qui puisse arriver. Alors vous, enfants, profitez pendant que vous êtes encore sans dents, hein? Pendant que vous n'avez aucune responsabilité, profitez, amusez-vous. Et c'est sur ce que je finis la poésie.
Bravo! Ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay! Yes, straight and direct from the cradle to middle age, and then old age, and then you lose all your false teeth, and then your hair start dropping out. That's life. Yes, give it up one more time for Lindsay. Beautiful. Lindsay, ladies and gentlemen, just took us into the next segment, which is poesy. So we're gonna have some kids representing the schools, different schools, as we've seen for the songs and dance. So ladies and gentlemen, same order. Mesdames et messieurs, are you bored? Thank God you're not. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise. On applaudit très fort pour la représentante de école Hervé Williams.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Anaïs Chauvin, je représente l'école Hervé Williams, je suis en CM2A et je vais vous présenter ma poésie au paradis animalier. Mon paradis animalier, sur mon grand bout de terre touchant ciel et mer, j'aperçus des créatures extraordinaires. Bien que petite soit mon île, sa faune diversifiée a bercé mon enfance de souvenirs dociles autant que futiles. Pour les oiseaux, les sucriers, le sucre ne vient pas leur manquer. Avec leur caractère vif et audacieux, on paierait pour voir leurs beaux yeux. Le pélican, beau et blanc, ses ailes battant au vent, demeure le symbole de notre insularité, son air subtil et rusé. Pour les mammifères, je retiens simplement les mangoustes et les singes. Tous les deux importés jusqu'à notre île bien-aimée. Pour les reptiles rivalisent d'ardeur, les iguanes se chicanent, et les lézards veulent par hasard, et les tortues mangeuses de laitue. Les amphibiens sur eux, je n'en dis rien. Pour les invertébrés arthropodes, éveille en moi la saison des papillons et me laisse aux antipodes. Pour la faune marine, baignée par l'océan Atlantique, voisin de la mer des Caraïbes, sa cousine, je m'abandonne à la réserve naturelle pour en exposer son large panel. Véritable concentré de biodiversité remarquable, mon paradis animalier à la fois richesse touristique et écologique à explorer et à protéger. Écrit par Anaïs Eugène.
C'est pas du n'importe quoi, hein? Ce n'est pas du n'importe quoi, hein? Écrit par qui? Bravo! Chapeau! Encore une fois, give a round of applause, please. Nice. Wow. Wow. What size shoes she wear? Those are some big shoes to follow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, on continue avec la représentante de l'école Émile Choisy.
Le fameux iguane de mes concerts Itamar de la classe CM2A. La Friendly Island, sympathique et radieuse, et blanche en son sein, une créature merveilleuse. Vert, jaune, marron ou orange, l'iguane de Saint-Martin a tous les mélanges. Il est partout du nord au sud, d'est au ouest, même le dimanche au moment de la messe. On le voit majestueusement perché sur les branches, caché par les feuilles de toute indifférence. Mâle, femelle, jeune ou adulte, véritable animal culte. Ils veulent le rencontrer mais ne peuvent pas l'approcher. Il se faufile même dans nos maisons pour enfin devenir un fidèle compagnon.
Bravo! Émile Choisy! Bravo! Oh, he get loose. He finally plays in society as a star on stage. If she was a dollar, she would put it in her head. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on continue avec the representative of the school, Marie-Amélie Lady.
Bonjour à tous. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous réciter une poésie qui s'intitule Le sourire, écrite par Raoul Fouléro. Le sourire. Un sourire ne coûte rien et pourtant il n'a pas de prix. Il enrichit celui qui le reçoit sans appauvrir celui qui le donne. Personne n'est assez riche pour s'en passer, même les plus pauvres peuvent le posséder. De vouloir le perdre, on ne peut ni le prêter, ni le perdre, ni se le voler. Si vous ne recevez pas le sourire que vous méritiez, soyez généreux et donnez le vôtre. Nul en effet n'a besoin de sourire que celui qui ne sait pas en donner.
Bravo! Come on, folks, give it up. No, come on. You are holding back. Yes. Bravo. On applaudit tous les enfants, s'il vous plaît. On les applaudit tous. Bravo. Chapeau. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, words are easily spoken and sometimes forgotten. But those words that are written will live forever. So ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce to you a lovely young lady who is a master with the pen. pen. The pen is definitely mightier than the sword. Ladies and gentlemen, her name is Greta Thompson. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome her here tonight so she can introduce to you her brand new book entitled The Johnny Cake Delivery. And tonight she will be making a special delivery.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fox. And good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you guys are enjoying this evening as much as I am. Enjoy the dance, the singing, and of course those wonderful poems. And you know why I enjoyed it? Because when I was their age, I used to write and recite poetry just like them. And what I decided to do was turn my poetry into a book. So I hope all the young writers and performers today know that their stories can also become books. So today I'm going to share my story about something that I like to eat, and I'm sure you like to eat too. What's something we like to eat in St. Martin? Pizza. Yeah, pizza. But something that mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers made, the Johnny cakes. So this is about a little boy delivering Johnny cakes. I have a question first. Do you like your Johnny cakes fried or baked? Who likes your Johnny cake baked? Who likes your Johnny cake fried? Team fried Johnny cake? But in fact, I'll eat them all. So let's see. I'm going to read just a little bit about what happens in the Johnny cake delivery. Mama's making Johnny cakes, my favorite snack to eat. Johnny cakes are for sharing, so take these down the street. Why do I have to share my Johnny cakes? I thought they were mine to keep. You will have your Johnny cakes when the mission is complete. He says, okay, I'll make this an adventure. 10 warm Johnny cakes. I counted to be sure. The first one goes to Miss Gladys, who lives just next door. If he gave away one Johnny cake, how many Johnny cakes are left? 10. So if he gave away one, how many left? Somebody told me 10 is still 10. 9 round Johnny cakes wrapped in shiny foil. The next one is for Madame Rose, who likes it eggs-boiled. He gave another Johnny cake. So how many Johnny cakes are left? 8 jolly Johnny cakes. I like mine fried the best. This one's for Ninin Justine as she awakes from her rest. How many Johnny cakes? 7 little Johnny cakes. The smell is so divine. Tanty Elsia says it smells so good she's going to take her time. How many Johnny cakes? 6 magical Johnny cakes. Tonto said I granted his wish. He was praying for a Johnny cake to eat with his saltfish. How many Johnny cakes? 5 flavorful Johnny cakes. Your Vivian said that is Vave. She said thank you well, young'un, and I was off again with a wave. 4 fantastic Johnny cakes. This one was different from the others. Mama knows Leslie likes his baked, so it was marked with a different color. How many Johnny cakes? 4! Oh no, we had 4. He gave away 1. How many? 3 terrific Johnny cakes. That's 1, 2, 3. Ça c'est pour toi, Tanty Chérie. Merci et au revoir. And like this, I'm going to pause so that I can donate the Johnny Cake delivery to the Médiathèque. Is there someone from the Médiathèque that I can give the delivery to? If you want to find out what happens at the end, you just have to borrow the book from the Médiathèque. So I thank you. Someone from the Médiathèque. Anyone in green for the delivery. It can be you. Anyone with the green shirt will work. So the Johnny Cake delivery will be available at the Médiathèque in Concordia. Thank you so much, and let's enjoy the rest of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's just like the young and the restless, the bold and the beautiful, guiding light, General Hospital. If you want to find out what happens next, tune in, buy the book. Yes. Yeah. All right, folks. Right now we have some cadeaux, Christine. We're gonna give out some gifts. Awarding the kids, of course. We're gonna be distributing some gifts. So all the kids that participated, I guess, will be proud recipient of a gift. In the meantime, between now, let me put on a song so while they're giving out the gift. Yeah. Calling all those who are part in giving out the gift. Present yourself.
Elle m'a donné, elle veut pas
We had a lovely night here tonight, man. We still got more. Don't forget, open mic, ladies and gentlemen, where we unleash the fun. Tonight we're gonna have the mic open to those of you that want to take part. While we're giving out the gift, while we don't do a little song together. Can I? May I? So we're gonna start with those that did the dance. So those that dance, they don't serious, come on up. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes. When something that I want in love, bears so heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world is alright with me. Yeah, I just wanna look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, 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 a lovely day. Lovely. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, and someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. And I look at you, yeah, and the world is alright with me. Oh, baby, just wanna look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. A lovely day. When the lady lies ahead of me, seems impossible to face. Merci les enfants. When someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. Then I look at you, and the world is alright with me. Yeah, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. It's a lovely day for the kids, and of course, Coffee and Soda Biscuit is making it a beautiful one. Go ahead.
So this is the and goodies and juices. And a t-shirt for this evening's Nomads edition, Kids edition, first ever, together with Médiathèque, CTOS, and my collective kit. And also, we received a Swahili culture book sponsored by the Freedomaire Association. And our first ever puzzle done by Coffee and Soda Biscuits together with inspirational teas. We've come up with our first puzzle with a local poem in our mother tongue, written by the great Remo India. So kids, I do hope you enjoy these wonderful treats, and thank you once again. Thank you to the Pretty School there for a great job. Well done. Beautiful dances, kids, and I hope to see you soon with us in the next Nomads edition of wherever we end up. This is a surprise. Thank you, children. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you, parents. Big up by yourself. Penny Scolaire, big up by yourself. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. The next segment will be the song. The song segment, please. All who sang in the presentation, all who sang. Yes. All the singers in the song segment, all the singers.
Pourquoi elle a eu un enfant, c'était bien. Pourquoi elle a eu un, elle n'était pas dans le film. Fanny, elle a eu et elle n'a pas d'autre. Peut-être quand on était malade.
This is all the singers for the second group. Anybody else? That's it? All right. Well, the children are receiving the same gifts. The goodie bag, the t-shirt for this edition brought to you by the Médiathèque, and all their sponsors, the goodie bag, the snacks and juices, a book from Swaliga, from the Freedomaire Association, sorry, and a puzzle from Coffee and Soda Biscuits together with inspirational teams. Thank you very much, children, and I do hope to see you in the next song, and keep it up. Continue. Bravo to you. Bravo. Round of applause, everybody. Okay, next segment. The poem, la poésie. Les poètes. Merci les poétesses, merci beaucoup.
Pour une bouche protégée. De la photo. Attends. De la photo en fait. Québec, c'est où?
Ok, pour Lindsay et Nathan. Lindsay et Nathan. Association de vous autres, des livres sur la culture de Saint-Martin, association et culture et soins de culture. Une de tes poésies pourrait être inspirée de grands poètes de Saint-Martin, tels que Ruby Butte, Raymond Eligar, Tamara Grenovel. Il y a plein d'histoires données, donc j'espère que ça pourra t'inspirer pour ta poésie à venir et bien sûr le livre Swahili Culture de Fruits des Mers. Merci encore à vous deux, les deux stars de ce soir. Merci beaucoup de votre présence.
Maman, il y a la caméra. Il y a la caméra.
We are going to unleash the fun. We're going to unleash the adventure. We're going to unleash your talent. So ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, tonight we are ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got some rising stars, shining stars, superstars, and some of them are about to become shooting stars. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask you to put your hands together and welcome. So far we got two have signed up for the open mic segment. So ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Hein? Il doit poésie? Why not? Go ahead now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, it's now or ever. Come home in time. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, la star, la superstar, decided to shine and grace us with her presence here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, here comes our first person to the open mic. Please, on applaudit très fort pour Now and ever. Give it up for Ava. On applaudit.
Show the way you're gonna style it. Show the way that you're united. Show the way you're gonna take it. Show the way you're gonna style it. Show the way that you're united. From my hometown, making memories of radiance. From my hometown, the people I met.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, please give it up for Ava. Yes. Wasn't planned. She didn't plan this. She just heard an open mic and she said, allow me to jump in and open the mic tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, on applaudit encore une fois. Nous avons une jeune star. Elle va nous faire elle va nous réciter une poésie. La poésie, vas-y. Et tu t'appelles comment? C'est Léa?
Je m'appelle Léa.
On applaudit très fort pour Léa. Léa, give Léa un round of applause. Vas-y Léa.
Le loup et l'agneau. La raison du plus fort est toujours la nature. Nous l'avons montré tout à l'heure. L'agneau se désaltérait dans le courant d'une aventure. Un loup survient un Jean qui cherchait aventure, et que la faim en ses lieux attirait. Qui t'auront si hardi de trouver mon breuvage, dit cet animal plein de rage. Tu seras châtié de ta témérité. Sire, répondit l'agneau, votre majesté ne sera pas en colère, mais plutôt qu'elle considère que je me vois désaltérant dans les courants, puis par-dessus d'elle, et que par conséquent, en aucune façon je ne puis doubler sa boisson. Tu la troubles, reprit cette bête cruelle, et je ne sais que de moi, tu m'es dit l'an passé. Comment l'aurais-je fait si je n'étais pas née, reprit l'agneau. J'étais encore malade. Si ce n'est toi, c'est donc ton frère. Je n'en ai point. Si ce n'est toi, c'est donc quelqu'un d'exemple, car vous ne m'épargnez guère. Vous, vos bergers et vos chiens, elle a dit, il faut que je me venge. Là au-dessus, au fond des forêts, le loup l'emporte et puis le mange. Jean de la Fontaine.
Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, Léa! Bravo Léa, bravo, bravo, bravo. Open mic here tonight. Do we have